A fan lobster has a wide, flat shell. But what's inside that shell?
Vicious science.
Today, let's dissect a fan lobster. I wanted to show you a live one, so I went all the way to the sea. Unfortunately, it wasn't the fishing season. So instead, I prepared a frozen fan lobster. Ta-da! Here it is. The fan lobster looks like a prehistoric creature, but it's actually alive today. It lives in the tropical and temperate waters of the Pacific and Indian Oceans, on the deep sea floor of depths over 100 meters. Its flat body is one of its trademarks. The family, Siluridae, which fan lobsters belong to, is distinguished by the broad, flat plate at the front of the head. Crustaceans usually have 2 pairs of antennae, but in this family, 1 pair has changed into these flat, plate-like structures. That's why fan lobsters have plate-like antennae in front, with another pair of antennae in the center. Looking more closely at the body, we see the head, thorax, and abdomen. The head and thorax are fused into the cephalothorax, covered by a hard shell. Because this shell is broad and fan-shaped, it's called the fan lobster. Along the edges of the shell, rows of sharp spines stand out. These are important clues for identifying species. On top of the shell, you can also see its eyes. Behind the cephalothorax is the abdomen, made up of 6 segments. At the end is the tail piece, and 4 tail fins. This tail section is made of soft tissue. Flipping it over to look at the underside, we find the thorax lined with legs. Fan lobsters, like shrimps, crabs, and lobsters, belong to the order Decapoda, so they have 10 legs, 5 pairs of them to be exact, which they use to walk on the seafloor. At the front of the legs is the mouth, with maxillipeds, appendages used for feeding. Like crabs, fan lobsters use these to eat. Food goes in through the mouth, is digested, and comes out through the anus under the tail. Here is the anus. Each abdominal segment also has small appendages. By looking at the 2nd to 5th abdominal legs, you can tell if it's male or female. Slender ones mean male, broad ones mean female. That's because females carry eggs under the abdomen. That's it for the outside. Now, let's cut it open and look inside. Most of the major organs are in the cephalothorax. Carefully cutting it open with scissors, ta-da! Now we can see inside. I wanted to show the reproductive organs first, but this specimen is a male, so they weren't clear. Here's a female fan lobster. This H-shaped part is the ovary. Back to the male. This beige organ is the hepatopancreas, which acts like both a liver and pancreas. Between them is the stomach. Lifting it carefully, you can see the digestive tract continuing backward along the underside of the body. This tract connects all the way to the anus. To confirm, I also cut open the abdomen and exposed the muscles. Opening the center slightly, you can see the entire digestive tract, stretching from stomach to anus, where waste is expelled. In fan lobsters, the digestive tract runs along the back, while the nerve cord runs along the underside. By carefully removing the abdominal muscles, we can see the ventral nerve cord. Back to the cephalothorax, what's inside the side walls? Peeling back the shell carefully, it's mostly hollow inside. Along the body wall are gills, which are connected to the legs. So when legs move, the gills move too, allowing the lobster to breathe efficiently. Finally, since the cephalothorax makes up more than half the body, there isn't much meat to eat. Still, fan lobsters are known to taste like lobster. So, I boiled it, took out the meat from the abdomen, and tried it. It was surprisingly rich and delicious. That's the end of the fan lobster dissection. I thought of giving some to Sebastian, but once again, he ignored me. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. This was Fishy Science, solving mysteries through science.